What is it like being a Jamaican in Guadeloupe? Hi, I'm Xavier Murphy, the founder of Jamaicans.com. And today in Jamaicans to the World, I talk to Addia Miller Bernard, a Jamaican living in Guadeloupe. Welcome, Addia. How are you?
Hi, Xavier. I'm doing very well, thank you.
Good, good. I'm excited about this. I heard you talk in the language, and we'll get to it. I'm really excited because right before
Sure.
I started, you were
No
talking to,
problem.
I think, one of your kids, and
Yes.
and it's a straight up French as that brat, brat.
So no.
Which part of Jamaica are you from?
Proud to say, I'm from a little district called New Monklands. It's at the foothills of the Blue Mountains in the beautiful parish of St. Thomas. So,
Okay.
yeah. So if I may, from now, Xavier, excuse me, a big shout out to the Capri DM Nation, the one on in Mount Bay High School, where you actually learn to seize every opportunity. So,
All right. So you already shout out. I don't even have to ask. You're already big enough.
don't ask. MBHS all the way.
All right. So tell us your story. How did you get to Guadeloupe?
Oof. This French thing is a long story trying to cut short. Um, my entire life I did Spanish. Lived in Colombia, did everything in Spanish, and just happened to just stumble on French at university. My dear friend Rorian, he bought me my first French dictionary and said, "Go ahead, do it." I started French 101. I met a wonderful Guadeloupean lady living in Jamaica, Christine Baron. And if that wasn't enough, my two French teachers that I had at UE were from Guadeloupe. My business French class, we had to do work study internship, and guess where they chose? Guadeloupe. So I did 2 wonderful weeks in Guadeloupe. Then there was a program for French teachers. I wasn't a French teacher, but I just jumped on the wagon, and where was it? In Guadeloupe. I said, you know what? This is too good to be true. The following year, my last year of UE, my company, well, I was at JTB at the time, they decided to restructure. So now here I am without a job and ready to get my degree. What to do next? The French government has a program for as teaching assistant. So I said, hey, what am I losing? What do I have to lose? Applied, got through, chose Guadeloupe instead of the rest of the world, because I'm a Caribbean at heart. So I
Right.
decided to stay true to the Caribbean, first of all, before spreading my wings in Europe. And 18 years later,
Wow. Wow.
my 1 year program turned out to be 18. And I'm still
Wow.
here.
Well,
So that's it.
so how long were you in Colombia for?
I did a year. When I said about seizing opportunities at Morby High School, we had an exchange student with AFS program. I think you probably would have heard of it, the AFS program. And this student was from Colombia, and I was like, yes, I don't have any money, but this is the opportunity to travel, and I love traveling. And as I finished my CXCs, me and a group of my friends, we went hunting for sponsors, got my sponsorship, went to mommy, said, "Mommy, hey, need a signature. I'm heading to Colombia for a year." And that was it.
So
That was the beginning of the end of my travels.
so 18 years, you have a wealth of information to share with us on Guadeloupe. Now,
Yeah, more or
as I
less.
suppose it, earlier you mentioned husband, right?
Hmm.
Is your husband from Guadeloupe?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Yes, because he grew up here. No, because he was born in Dominica. So I
Uh,
am, yeah,
uh,
yeah.
hence,
When I met
hence,
him, he was very much Guadeloupean, but he's Dominican by birth.
hence the Jamaican flag behind you and the
There you go.
Dominican flag behind you.
Yes.
Representing.
Exactly.
So tell us a little bit about the people of Guadeloupe. What are they like?
Uh, Caribbean. Should I say more?
But listen, some people are extra laid back. Some people are extra friendly. Some people would tell you like it is, and I'm calling a name about the people that would tell you like it is. Them spirit not take you, and them not like. But anyway, let's
just be politically correct to say that they're all of the above. Yeah, they're all of the above. Yeah, but one thing though, the people here have taught me really how to, don't take anything for granted, in the sense where just be on your P's and Q's, dot your I's and cross your T's when you speak to someone. Don't make up any funny face, because everything can be misread. And, we Jamaicans, we just like to be how we are, but then boxes, squares don't necessarily fit in circles all the time. So just be careful where you go, and, But if not, apart from that, Guadeloupeans are really nice people, really sweet people.
Okay. Now, was there a challenge, being that it's French? You learn the language, but still, even though you learn the language, facial expressions, the way you may express something may be very different, because again, the language and the culture. Did you experience any of that initially?
All right. My initial group of persons were English speakers, because those are the ones who welcomed me here, But then I had to go to work, and not only going to work, on the public transportation, and, getting around daily. So like in Jamaica, we speak Jamaican and English. In Guadeloupe, they also speak Creole and French. And without offending anyone, their French would have their local terms that are not used in mainland France and not used in our books. So when I came here, I spoke like a book. I mean, literally like a book. I spoke like what I learned at school. And I just didn't understand the people. And I had to, there's a joke. I keep laughing at myself, because people would just tell you, well, go on. But in Creole, they say, "Café." Right. Now, in my little French knowledge, I'll be translating fait for faire, which means to do. So I would say nothing, nothing. And they would just laugh. And I'm like, why are they laughing at me? When in fact, they were asking me, how am I doing? And my answer should be not that. But but since then, after 18 years, come on, Xavier, they can't do that to me again. No. Exactly. But for French, it didn't take very long for me to actually get used to it, and actually for it to become a part of me. It didn't work as quick as my Spanish, because in the Colombia situation, I was surrounded only by Spanish speakers. Okay. And here it was a little slower, because I had English speakers around me who spoke English. So the brain processed things a lot slower. And I'm not 16 anymore, so it's a little different.
Oh, you're not 16?
I didn't tell you, I'm not 16 anymore. But so the Spanish knowledge actually helped me to process the French grammar. Right. I mean, that's how I got through UE. Hello. It helped me to process the French grammar, and then after little by little, it just happened. Good. It just happened. So, and I have my children to correct me every time I make a mistake. So they're the worst.
Even for me, my kids, Daddy, that's not how you pronounce it. That's not how you say it. Yes, they do it all the time.
Yeah, but they're good teachers.
Yes. So when you tell people you're Jamaican, what is the typical response?
Oh my, Jamaican! Oh my God! Because then they'll give you the oh my God, and then they start to the curse words we use in Jamaica. For them, they think it's regular conversation. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Okay. They think all those curse words, for them it's regular conversation. I'm like, don't say that to anyone. No, don't. Don't say that. And I'm a little Christian girl, so when you tell me bad words, I'm going to no. So no, but I get questions like so do you know cartel? And do you know popcorn? I eat popcorn. Why are you telling me about popcorn? Who's popcorn? I had to ask my WhatsApp group, who is popcorn? And then go YouTube it to find out who popcorn is.
You should maybe your kids know. I'm just kidding. So you touch on music there. What's the dominant music?
All right. Reggae and dancehall is to Guadeloupe, is to Jamaica, as Zouk is to Guadeloupe. And I got first-hand taste of Zouk here in my first year because, okay, all right, I'm going to do a stereotype cliche. Jamaicans can sing and Jamaicans can dance. Okay. And in my first year, after my contract ended, I just happened to stumble on one of their local artists. And I was in backup for her for my entire summer, so cabaret and stuff like that.
Oh, you're an entertainer. Oh.
No, I only sing in church now. No more cabarets for me. Right. But so, yeah, that was first hand Zouk.
Before Christ.
Christ has always been there, but when you have one foot in, one foot out, and yeah, but it was good. So we do the Zouk culture is still very present in Guadeloupe. Dancehall is very present here. Believe me, very, very present. They get the uncut, the unedited version of the songs. So, which is why they think that, all of those words are conversation words.
You're going to have to teach them. You're going to have to teach them some Jamaican, Christian, bad words.
Which one is them? We don't know them.
Box cover. Get back.
When I speak to my children in Patois, they're like, "Mommy, what are you talking about?" And they just laugh at me because they find it funny.
So, in terms of the population and the people there, do you find a lot of immigrants in Guadeloupe?
Yes, especially from the Dominican Republic and from Haiti. Well, Dominican Republic, Haiti, and of course Dominica, they make up the majority of the immigrants from the region. Then of course you have the lesser, the other islands, Saint Martin, which was a part of Guadeloupe political history, Antigua. Those that don't necessarily need visas to come on the territory, they come. So Saint Lucia, they're here, and then of course the expats from mainland France who come in. But not a very large local population. I mean, we're just under 320,000 now. When I came here, it was about 400 and something. And since then, it's dwindled down, I think like what happens in Jamaica with brain drain. So that's where we are now, half of Kingston's population.
So are people moving to France, or some is it opportunity? Is it the economy? Is it a mixture?
A mixture of both. More and more persons are moving to mainland France, but then there's a tendency now to migrate to Canada. So where I work, I get lots of persons coming in to do the exams for them to leave to Canada. So it's a mixture of both. This generation is opening up where the older persons stayed. These guys are going.
Okay. So is the cost of living high, or what's it like, I should say?
It depends. It depends on what you want. I just told my friends the other day that 2 weeks ago, I drive a little car, a little Nissan, nothing big, just a little car. And to fill the tank, I had to pay like 66 euros, almost 66 or 67 euros to fill the tank. And that was, I guess everywhere we're going through the whole gas thing.
Right.
But
well, let me do it this way. What's the average cost of a meal at a, let's say, a medium priced restaurant?
Oh, $20, 20 euros.
Okay.
20, 25 euros.
So if I'm using my translation, if we set to US, probably about, that would translate to about
$30.
$30.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Not too bad.
Not too bad, but it's not everybody can afford a 25 euro meal. You know, yes. They prefer to buy some flour, some rice, or some chicken and cook that at home, and voila. You know.
So it sounds like you knew exactly where I was going next. What is the food like in Guadeloupe?
Okay, they eat everything.
And let me say this: if there is a meal that you would say, Xavier, if you come down to Guadeloupe, you have to try this. Include that in your discussion on the food.
You have to try this. Speaking as a Jamaican, and we are real foodies, I say you have to try this. I have to be honest. They eat like us, but they don't season like us.
Okay.
So we're open people. We try everything. Okay. As long as it's seasoned, it's dead seasoned and cooked, we eat. Okay. We're not complicated people as Jamaicans. On a whole, we're not. Right. No, I guess they love their what they call dumbway here. Dumbway with pigtail and or with what you call crayfish or whatever dumbway. Dumbway is basically what we call stew peas, but there's no rice accompanied. So they're a big thing on dumbway here. They love dumbway. I joke with my dumbway. My mother-in-law served me my first dumbway with crayfish. So she served me my plate, and we're sitting at the table, and I'm waiting. She said, like, eat. I said, but where's the rice? She's like, dumbway and rice? You're crazy? I was like, no, but in Jamaica, we eat stew peas with rice, so.
You gotta have your white rice. And they put spinners.
They don't. So it's filled with spinners and meat, but that's the meal. They don't put rice, and that's just it. But then they have I wouldn't say it's curry because it's not curry. It's called colombo. Colombo, it's a mixture of turmeric and all those Indian spices that come together and give that special meal. And so it's typical of the French West Indies, colombo. So you have colombo cabri, so it's goat colombo or chicken colombo. They just love colombo. So if you go to a typical Guadeloupean home, they'll present colombo or dumbway.
So are you getting your mangoes, your fruits that you usually get?
Oh, Jesus. Don't do me that. Don't do me that. I mean, I go to the Haitian store to buy Julie and East Indian mangoes.
Oh,
because Julie I can get here. I'm going to say French. Julie, my God. Julie mango, I can get here. But they don't have East Indian. They don't have Sweetie Come Brush Me. They don't have number 11. They don't have any of those mangoes. When I say they don't have those mangoes, they have their own variety of mangoes. Bombay. Yes, they have that. Yeah, they have it. But they don't have the variety we have in Jamaica. So, I just do what's
there. Well, at least you're getting a Julie, and at least you're getting a Bombay.
Yeah. And that I get from the Haitian store.
So, I mean, hey, Yeah, I forgot to Jamaica for the East Indian, I guess.
No, the what I get from the Haitian store is the East Indian. They're
Oh,
the ones that import the East Indian mangoes. You know,
okay. So then you're not getting the Julie you said, or Julie's there?
I
Julie's.
do get Julie. They have Julie mangoes here.
So it's only okay. I know they say us Jamaicans, my kids used to say you're mangoist. Meaning
Yes, but
we almost put mangoes like we're racist, right? Because we have our we have our um we have our categories of mango. This is common mango, and this is, you know where
right.
I'm going, right?
So
And, and so you're missing for the sake of a better term, your common mangoes.
I don't want no common mango. You're crazy. Common mangoes are there. They have common mangoes. But I make drinks with I make juice with common mangoes. But I'm missing my number 11, my blackie.
Okay.
All those, if you're not from St. Thomas, probably you would know certain mangoes. I'm sorry, Xavier.
I know my black mango. I know my sweetie come brush me. I know my Bigfoot.
Oh my God. Yes. And certain fruits, I don't get certain fruits here.
Right.
I discovered some of them lately because they actually existed, but then the people don't eat them, so they just stay there. And you need somebody to come from somewhere else say, oh, you have that fruit and it's edible. And imagine I found tinking toe and custard and what do you call it, star apple.
Right.
The star apple, that mean fruit that doesn't fall off the tree. Yeah, right. They do have it here, but people don't necessarily.
It reminds me of when I went to, I'm trying to remember where I went in the Eastern Caribbean, and they had Bombays all about. And they're like, oh yeah, it's nothing, we're tired of this, man. And I'm like, Bombay? You don't understand. Oh. And then I showed them how to cut it.
Oh dear.
Is
but even jackfruit, which we love so much in Jamaica, right. They leave it to the Indians. They say only the Indians, most of the Indians. If I want to eat jackfruit, I have to actually go where it is. I have another Jamaican friend who lives here, and she knows somebody who has jackfruit. So whenever they have jackfruit, she.
So what about your ackee tree now? Any ackee trees?
Stop doing that to me. I planted one.
Right.
I planted one, and then it was destroyed by the last hurricane we had a few years ago. Was it Maria or Irma? One of the two. So for my ackee, for me to get ackee, it's a whole it's arranging situations. I found out that there's ackee in Dominica. So since there's a church brother in Dominica, I said to him, listen, when my husband is there, just freeze the ackee for me and send it. You have to be behind him. If not, every time someone goes to St. Martin, it costs a lot, but then I try to get cans there, canned ackee. There are a few persons in Guadeloupe who have ackee trees. They know what it is, but and they mean with them ackee, Jesus, they mean with them. They go to the lady house, I smile with the lady and I said, this is my phone number. Can you just call me when ackee season, when it's time to.
Oh no.
But yes, but I try.
You said soon come. So what would you say was the most difficult adjustment for you moving to Guadeloupe?
The most difficult adjustment, I'm a pack up and go in a suitcase and that's it. I think only after a few years I really got to grips with the fact that I am actually not living in Jamaica anymore. It really reality check, and the most difficult thing was getting my papers renewed. That was a hassle. It was a hassle because immigration here is not like immigration in Kingston where you can sit and you wait your turn or whatever. I don't know if it has changed. But people used to come early in the morning from early in the morning at sun up, and there were just lines and lines of people to get your papers renewed. And I remember going 3 months without papers. When I mean 3 months,
Wow.
just being an illegal immigrant in the country, you know. And I'm like, what is this? And then, well, I'm a letter writing person from JTB days, so I wrote letters to all the generations that existed, and I got my way, thank God, until I never had to join lines anymore.
Okay.
And then when I had to renew my Jamaican passport, that was a stress because I didn't know that certain things had changed diplomatically. So my passport reached Jamaica, reached passport office, and I had to come back to Guadeloupe for me to send it through the diplomatic what you call it, envelope in Trinidad, because there are no embassies near me. I'm not in mainland France, so I had to go through, find the nearest embassy, and Trinidad was it. So the passport came back, went to Trinidad, go to Jamaica, come back. It was one big turning around just to get my passport renewed. In any case, it was done that same year. So now I can switch from country to country.
The passport did what passports did. It traveled.
Yes, it traveled.
But it didn't take you.
No, it didn't. No, it didn't.
So,
but that was the only difficult thing, really. But apart from that, Jamaicans, I mean, I consider myself, I could compare myself to a fern. You know, wherever you plant us, we just grow.
I am realizing that more and more as I do these interviews. I'm realizing more and more.
We just go.
Let me ask you how long it takes to drive around the full island of Guadeloupe.
How long it takes? But I'm from the east going to the west. That takes an hour and a half. So from the east to the west, you can take the entire day just to do everything, you know. But because just to visit, you can visit the entire island, driving around it, but you won't see everything. You will need a little more. You need a little more than a day to see everything. Okay. But it's doable. Driving around the entire island, making major stops. Yeah, we did. The island is a butterfly. It's like a butterfly. So we did one of the butterfly wings, Basse-Terre. We did the entire Basse-Terre section as a family. We took an entire day just to visit major spots.
Okay.
Visiting, you know, not staying too long.
So major spots. If you were to say, Xavier, you have to see these 2 places, or you have to come when this event is going on. It could be an event or a place. What would you say must do, must see, must go to event?
All right, must do, must go to event, or a must see. They have a lovely museum. It's a modern museum. It's called the Memorial Act. It retraces history and everything. It's really modern. So you walk through and actually get the feeling of being in a slave boat, or different situations. So it's an interactive museum. So yes, a must visit. Well, if you're the typical waterfalls hiking person, you will have a trip to the Soufriere is a must. You know, it's not walking all the way to the Blue Mountains, but it's a must because you have little stops of hot water, bath, and etc. If you're a car race or a cycling person, then there's the Tour de Guadeloupe is a must see. It's crazy. I don't understand how people are into cycling that much, but hey, that's a part of culture. They forget everything when it's Tour de Guadeloupe. People are on the road and they're cheering for their cyclists, and it's an amazing thing. And then of course, if you're into the aquatic adventure, then they have what they call La Route de Rome. They have lots of marine type activity, you know, so you can always participate in those, and that information you can always have on their the tourist website before coming in, you know, things to do, where to go.
So let me ask you this. What do you absolutely love doing? Let's say there's a day off or a weekend off, and you're saying, listen, I want to go do this. You know, I love doing this here in Guadeloupe.
Oh, well, not just in Guadeloupe, anywhere. I just sleep. I'm so sorry. No, you know,
I was not expecting that.
You know, when you work so hard and everything, you get a day off and you just want to sleep. We call it a grasse matinee. A grasse matinee is when you decide to just stay in bed late. And I don't get that very often. You know, the girls leave out for school as early as 6:30 in the mornings. We come home late, and our weekends I have a full weekend at church. So when I get a grasse matinee, you know, I just take it. But apart from that, I do enjoy going to the park. They have a wonderful park with a zoo. It's a protected area, and everything here is protected anyways by the Office of Forestry Division. They protect everything. So there's this zone called Les Mamelles. Les Mamelles, because mamelle as in mamelle. The mountains are like, you know, and they have a zoo there. So you actually, it's a walk through zoo. You're in the hills. You can do zip lining. You can do all those things, and it's relaxing. It's relaxing.
Now, have you come across any local custom that you find unique? It could be anything. You know, in Jamaica, like some people, when they build a house and they put white rum in at the four corner them, I'm talking. It could be anything. It could be a wedding custom. It could be something carried from the French.
There's so many. It's a good thing you spoke about weddings, because I found the wedding customs very strange. You know, in Jamaica, a normal wedding, you have your invitations and you invite. Invite. Here, I just see people show up at weddings. There's a wedding, people just show up. I'm like, is that normal? My husband was like, when he was a teenager, that was their favorite pastime. They would just show up at weddings and eat and say goodbye and that's it. And I'm like, no way. So for our wedding, I had a small wedding, you know, a very small wedding. But at my very small wedding, there were persons from the Ministry of Education, because where I was working, and then of course the musicians, because as I told you, I was in backup for that singer,
right?
And there were persons I never really invited, but they were there, you know. But and I try to avoid that, because I know I'm not feeding nobody. It's me and my husband who getting married. It's us. After we get married, everybody going to them yard and them leave us. So,
but you're keeping us in suspense. So let's do this idea. You said the wedding was 50 people, but how many showed up?
Oh, I don't know. No. It wasn't 50. Very small. And I said very small. So it's supposed to be just my family, meaning my new family and my mom, because my mom was here. Okay. The few members of the church, because it was at a church.
Right. And
then the church was full. So imagine if I had to feed everybody.
Right.
I don't know how many. I don't know. I don't even know the taste of the cake. 16 years later, and I still don't know what the cake tastes like.
Wow.
I'm not joking. I don't know. But it was good to. It's a good feeling afterwards, because you know, okay, all these people are here to support us, and not everybody has an envelope. You know, they tell you to take an envelope. Not everybody had one, but they were all well wishers, and you know, you feel appreciated and you feel blessed because they blessed you. Yeah,
but I didn't bring an envelope, but them come.
Yeah.
So
bless all those who took an envelope.
Well, you know, Addia, I appreciate you spending some time telling us your story, telling us about Guadeloupe and, you know, about the people and everything. I'm winding it down.
No
And
problem.
so here is a question I have. You land in Jamaica, you get off the plane. What is that first thing you're doing? Some people is eat, some people that jump sea, some people. What's that first thing you want to do?
Find a nice patty shop. A patty shop.
No patties there.
I make my patties. Oh dear, Xavier. You see, I had to, you know, being outside of Jamaica, and you know, when you're in a country where, well, we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Jamaicans to date that I can count on my hands.
Right.
All women, because the men don't stay. The men have a problem staying. They don't stay. They
Is
come
it
and
language?
go.
I can't learn the language.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. But then you have to turn your hand and make fashion.
Okay.
I want to eat patties, so hey, Google is my friend, and so is YouTube. So I go on and I learn to make patties, and I make patties for myself. And when I go to Dominica, they have a place called Patty Shack. I just go there and I buy the patties. So the bun and cheese part, I can't do anything about it because they don't have buns. They don't have our buns.
Well, I know you can Google. We have it on the website. You can go there. You know, I think there's about 4 different bun recipes.
Yes.
Yeah. So
imagine I even make bulla. So what you talking about? So.
So it's a patty shop. And is there a particular patty shop you're going to? It don't matter. Just a Jamaican patty.
As long as it's patty. When I was there, I used to love tasty. But listen to me, when you don't have it,
right.
I think the first water you get, you drink. So I'll criticize it afterwards, but let me just eat it first.
I hear you. All right. So my final question is this one. What do the locals say in the most informal way? Teach me how to say goodbye. How do the locals say goodbye in the most informal? You know, we say catch you later, punish strong, little more. What do they say?
Adon dot soleil.
Adon de soleil?
Adon dot soleil.
Adot soleil.
We'll leave it at that. Adon dot soleil. It's Creole or just à plus tard.
À plus tard.
À plus tard.
À plus tard. Well, thank you, Addia, and à plus tard.
À plus tard. Ciao.
Show us some love now. Hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell. That way you don't miss a video.